Good evening, Tallahassee, and welcome to FSU Weather Wednesday edition. It's our second day back here this semester, and we're looking forward to a great week of weather to bring to you for this week. But currently 59 degrees and sunny over Doak Campbell Stadium. See a nice sunset going down, getting into a nice time for the night, but that's all going to change here in the next day. Current temperature seeing 60s and some 50s around the area, staying pretty cool outside, and it's going to get even colder here soon. For our Tallahassee radar, seeing pretty clear skies. You may want to take advantage of that tonight before that weather turns around. And as for tonight's headlines, cool weather and rain to return this week, mild conditions returning, and tracking wintry weather in Texas and the East Coast. All this and more on FSU Weather.
Yes, welcome back, guys, to the first Wednesday edition of the spring semester FSU Weather. We are so excited to have you guys for this new semester. This morning, when I left the house at 8:30, it was just about 37 degrees. I was pretty cold. How was your morning like, Jason?
It was very cold. My car was freezing. I had to sit in my car just for it to heat up, just because I couldn't drive because the steering wheel was freezing to death.
Absolutely. But those cold temperatures, we will not be seeing what places like Austin, Texas will be dealing with, where you will possibly have to even be shoveling snow off the roof of your car. Thank God all we have to do is turn the air conditioning, the heating on, and get a little warm and toasty for the first couple minutes. But we have a lot in store for the show today. We have a nice cold front coming in, actually. Are you excited for that, Jason?
I'm pretty excited, but not really excited for after the cold front, because it's always very cold. But
yeah.
Other than that.
Yep. We'll need to bundle up. For Tallahassee, hopefully we won't be seeing too much rain, though we will, unfortunately, be seeing a little bit, but it will be cold. In my opinion, pretty cold,
yeah.
Right, Jason?
So let's send it on to Melissa to do the first local.
Thanks, Jason. I know some of you are excited for that cold weather coming through, but I am definitely not, seeing as my heater in the apartment just broke the other day, so not looking forward to these cool conditions. But enjoying the 59 degrees right now over Doak Campbell, seeing that sunset, and those conditions are going to change quickly, so if you want to go out tonight, it looks like tonight might be the night to do so. Clear skies over Tallahassee, cool temperatures, so grab a jacket and make the most of this last night of clear weather for a little while. Today's temperature almanac, 67 degrees in Tallahassee today with a low of 28, much lower than our average temperature for this time of year on our low, but still above our record of 15 degrees. I don't think anyone here wants to see that low for quite some time, but this weekend we are going to get pretty cold. Our current temperatures, 60s and across much of the area, 59 up in Thomasville. So seeing those cool conditions that are going to be dropping as that cold front comes through tomorrow, which we'll take a look at here in a few minutes. Our current dew points already pretty low, but after that cold front comes through, those will be even lower. So not seeing any humid conditions that we have to deal with right now. Just seeing really cool, really dry, really nice time to go out tonight. Future radar, though, you can see as those clouds are going to start moving through, the rain is going to follow quickly behind it. That cold front is going to move through starting tomorrow, coming into 6 p.m. It will be over Tallahassee. So not shaping up to be a nice night tomorrow. Make sure you're looking out for that rain. But as for tonight, dropping down to the 40s, and tomorrow warming back up yet again, seeing highs in the 70s in some areas, but that is not going to stay there. They are going to be dropping. But again, for tonight, seeing a low of 43, mostly clear skies, so that rain isn't coming here just yet. And tomorrow, looking at temperatures back into the 71, with rain starting tomorrow. As for the week ahead, seeing that rain that we just talked about from that cold front coming through, starting tomorrow, 70% chance of rain, high of 71. That rain is going to move through over the next day before that temperature begins to plummet. High of 49 on Saturday. That's the lowest temperature we have seen here in a while. Definitely some cool conditions, and a low of 28 degrees So definitely something to pay attention to. Make sure you grab a jacket and don't get caught off guard. Make sure your heat is working, unlike mine. Now I'm going to pass things off to Genevieve for our Florida segment.
Absolutely, you will be needing that jacket. Zooming out from our local Tallahassee home, we have the beautiful state of Florida. Here for the Florida radar, we have some slight showers going towards maybe New Orleans and possibly crossing our way into the western side of Florida. But in Tallahassee, we are clear for the most part. Here we have a zoom in. We have those showers all the way up there, but that hopefully will not be crossing through Tallahassee. You will not have to worry about that just yet. We have beautiful, beautiful clear. For the Panama City Beach forecast, oh, look at that sunset, beautiful pink, blue, things I love to see, those colors. 60 degrees currently, it's nice and sunny. Wind is coming at a nice gentle 8 miles per hour. Maybe head outside if you're close to the beach, if you're on the beach, and get a picture of that sunset. I know I would. For the Apalachicola radar, here we have some ground clutter here in the Gulf. And like I said earlier, no precipitation at the moment, though wait to come. Going to the east, we have that similar situation of ground clutter with the radar possibly. Could be a couple showers coming your way on the east, but most likely not. Here in Gainesville, boo, we have a 64-degree weather, nice and clear. Winds are pretty calm, though I'd say the sky doesn't look too bad. Clouds in the sky, but for the most part, not a sunset like the one we're having in Panama City Beach. For our South Florida radar, here we have my beautiful home city of Miami, Florida. We have some showers heading towards Boca, so watch out for that. And for Miami, though most of the time it's raining here, we don't see much. But you can never be too prepared. Here in Miami, we have partly cloudy skies. For the most part, it's always partly cloudy when I'm outside at home. 70 degrees, always warm in Miami. And, of course, not too windy, winds coming in at 6 miles per hour. Look at that shot there, absolutely beautiful. For the current temperatures of the state of Florida, here in Tallahassee, we have our local temperature of 59 degrees. Towards Pensacola, we have 65, slightly warmer, down towards Key West and Miami, West Palm. Down in South Florida, of course, we have some beautiful warm temperatures of 70 degrees. Current dew points, it's pretty dry here in Tallahassee, 38-degree dew point and 60 quite wetter in Key West. Tonight in Florida, Tallahassee, it'll be 43 degrees. Tomorrow, 50 degrees in Tallahassee. And for now, I will be passing it off to Jason with the beautiful southeast.
Thanks, Genevieve. Yes, hopefully we don't see those warm temperatures here, because I like warm temperatures, but not like that warm in like Miami. But Gainesville is 64. Blacksburg, Virginia right now is 40 degrees. And Bowling Green, Kentucky, it looks very overcasty. And Atlanta is 57. Current temperatures, you see Tallahassee is right now it's 59. And Jacksonville is 57, Atlanta 58. But we see where the cold front is, and it's right here in Little Rock, 50 degrees. And Jackson is 70 degrees, and New Orleans is 69 degrees. Dew points, which is the main indicator where the cold front is. You can see Little Rock is 43 as a dew point, and Nashville is 47. Jackson, where it's a little muggier, it's going to be 53. New Orleans, 58. But right now, Tallahassee is very, very dry with 40, and Atlanta and Charlotte both have very close dew points. Looking at the southeast radar, you see that cold front over Memphis and coming towards Atlanta. We're going to be getting that tomorrow if you're in Tallahassee. But it's going to be hopefully not bringing you a lot of severe weather, but just make sure to watch the weather and be prepared to do anything. And if we need to zoom in on North Carolina, you see Charlotte getting some rain right here, but most of it is like by Virginia right now. Future radar, you see that cold front coming in and going through New Orleans and then Tallahassee on Thursday. And then you see still the cold front coming through on Friday, and hopefully it'll be nice and clear by this coming weekend. Now looking at the rainfall, you see lots of rain in Jackson. Montgomery is going to have around like 1 inch of rain. Same with Tallahassee. Tallahassee is going to be getting quite wet. But tonight's lows, it's going to be very cold in Little Rock, and New Orleans is going to be 53 degrees, where it's lots of changes in temperature. And in Montgomery, it's 52, and Tallahassee is going to be 43. And Miami, wow, it's going to be 65 degrees tonight. And then Thursday, that's going to be a little colder. A little colder after the cold front, but for Tallahassee, it's going to be 71. But it's hopefully you guys won't get affected too much by the cold front. But now I'm going to send it on to Melissa, who's going to do the winter desk.
Thanks, Jason. We have a lot of winter weather going on for this time of the year, which is totally typical. It is January. For a while, we weren't seeing that winter weather, and it's finally starting to come through. A lot of people are excited for that. But with that come the things that you need to look out for, freezing temperatures, and all that. So looking at winter weather for this week, Central and South Texas are going to be having mostly freezing rain, but there is going to be some mixed precipitation going on. The southeast going to see more of that mixed precipitation with snow and ice that can be quite heavy at times. So you need to make sure you're keeping an eye out on the weather. And the I-95 corridor is going to be seeing moderate snowfall. So some cold and icy conditions, a lot of frozen precipitation to look out for. It's something that could be potentially dangerous, and just need to keep an eye on it for this time of year. And for Central and South Texas, mostly a freezing rain event with some snow and sleet as a winter storm makes its way through. A winter advisory is issued for light accumulations, and from 3 a.m. Thursday to 6 a.m. Friday is when we're going to see most of that winter weather moving through. And as we take a look at our future radar, you can see that frozen precipitation moving through, some rainfall to the south, and mostly a lot of cloud cover, hopefully clearing out by the end of the day on Friday so you can get out and start enjoying your weekend. As for the southeast, all modes of precipitation are expected, in some areas receiving some really heavy amounts of snow and ice, which we'll take a look at here in a second. That'll come through late Thursday to late Saturday. But we can't tell exactly what's going to happen with this storm right now, as predictability is really low. So as events unfold, you're going to need to stay up to date. We don't know what's going to happen, exactly what amount of rainfall or precipitation we're going to get. So make sure you're staying up to date on all that as things progress. Our future radar showing that mostly rainfall coming through, some snow and mixed precipitation as well, especially along the coast. So again, something to look out for. And for that snowfall, 3 to 5 inches of snow in some areas, especially on the coast. That can cause a lot of problems, so make sure you are prepared ahead of time. You're not going to get caught off guard by this. As for the I-95 corridor, moderate snow totals in Washington and New York. Exact amounts are still uncertain, seeing up to 5 inches in some areas coming through Thursday morning and Friday morning. That future radar showing that rain and snowfall coming through, something to keep an eye on. Make sure you're keeping an eye as that comes through and you're prepared ahead of time. Don't try to drive through any severe weather that could be potentially dangerous to you and your family. And again, those snowfall totals, seeing 2 to 4 inches of inches of snowfall, in some areas, including by the Washington, D.C. area, and 1 inch or 2 in other areas as well. So a lot of things to look out for. Make sure you're keeping that in mind over the next few days. But now we're going to turn things over to Genevieve to take a look at what's going on in Austin.
Yes, thank you so much, Melissa, for that beautiful winter storm desk. I know those in Austin, Texas, though, we're normally saying yeehaw, we won't be doing that in the next couple days because it will be getting quite chilly. But for now, I say welcome to Austin, Texas. For the temperature almanac for this beautiful city, here we have the beautiful 79-degree high, 57-degree low. Pretty nice, pretty solid. Thankfully, though 86 sounds pretty appealing to me in the year of 2000, I think I would have been enjoying that weather if I was in Austin, Texas. 14 degrees, Definitely not. But thankfully, we're far from that. Here we have some beautiful cities located in the surrounding area of Austin, Texas. Here in Austin, where it's 76 degrees. Georgetown, 77, pretty warm, all in the surrounding area. For the dew point for this region, here in Austin, we have a 50 dew point. Georgetown gets a little drier at 43 and 41 in Lago Vista, though still pretty dewy, a lot of moisture in the air for what I would consider. For our satellite and radar, here we have a great amount of storms coming towards the Houston and Austin area, as Melissa was talking about at the desk. And we'll zoom out for just a little bit to show you here. We have those massive storms going through Memphis, Tennessee, crossing through Austin, Texas. Be very wary of the heavy rain and possible winter weather to come. Showing that winter weather, here we see that pink, we see the pink, we have the blue and the green. The green is the rainfall coming, the blue is the storm coming, and the pink is the winter weather to come. And definitely, you just saw quite a bit of that on your screen. For the 2-day snowfall forecast, here we have some snow towards San Angelo, Fort Stockton, Texas. You're definitely going to want to, leave the car on for about 10 minutes before you head on off to work, or maybe school. If you're driving to school, definitely want to be layering up for tomorrow. For our watches and warnings here in the Austin all the way to Del Rio, Texas, we have the winter storm advisory, and down further south into Texas, we have our warning. So a lot worse weather to come if you're in the southern area of Texas, but overall, you need to be careful. Tomorrow's forecast in Austin, 38 degrees. And for tonight, it'll be a nice chilly 31 degrees. And passing that right on off to Melissa.
Yeah, you see that 3-day forecast for Austin I was just talking about, seeing that freezing rain, 39 degrees. Glad I'm not there, but this is also being seen across much of the rest of the nation. Seeing some cool temperatures. You see right now where that cold front is currently sitting, the temperature is drastically dropping behind it, which is what we're going to see as that front moves through Tallahassee here tomorrow. We will see cooler temperatures and drier conditions, but thankfully not that 0 degrees that they are currently seeing in Bismarck. Wouldn't want to be there. As for our dew points, again, drier conditions behind the front. So as that front continues to move towards Tallahassee, we're going to continue to see those drier conditions to move forward, and we'll see that brown line continue to move across the nation as well. Take a look at exactly where that cold front is, sitting right here across the border of the southeast, with another cold front sitting on the other side of Texas and a stationary front following behind it. You see it also from that front, the rain and snowfall coming associated with that we're seeing move across the nation right now. Upper level water vapor is actually quite a bit going on right now, especially along that front line again. But behind it, some drier conditions that will manage to come through. And behind it, looks like we may have another winter storm trying to make its way through already. So definitely need to stay up to date right now with all these winter weather things coming through. For our northwest radar, seeing that rainfall coming in a little bit there, mostly cloud cover right now. So just something to keep an eye on, making sure you're not getting stuck in any rain on your way out. As for the North Plains, the southern North Plains are getting some snowfall and some cloud cover right now, but the northern part around Bismarck and Minneapolis seeing some clear skies, so actually might be a nice night up there. As for the Northeast, you see snowfall persisting through much of the north and some rainfall moving through down south as that front continues to approach. Down in the southeast, see a severe thunderstorm warning in effect right now for parts of Louisiana and Mississippi. Something to be on the lookout for that could be potentially dangerous situation. And with all that rainfall coming through, also some chance for flooding. So if you're in a low-lying area, make sure you're keeping an eye out and not getting trapped in any high floodwaters. For Texas radar, much of the storm is now moving its way out of Texas, finally starting to see some clearer conditions, but that severe weather is not over yet. As you can see, we have those severe winter weather watches and warnings in effect right now, so definitely need to keep an eye on that. It's across much of the state, much of the nation, excuse me. So you need to be aware these are potentially dangerous situations. And for our storm outlook, we have a slight risk for parts of Louisiana and Texas, and marginal risk for a much larger area surrounding that. So we are seeing a chance for some severe weather, again, that's tornadoes, strong winds, and hail. So potentially dangerous. Make sure you're keeping an eye on it. Don't put yourself in any situations that you're going to get you or your family hurt. For tonight, seeing cooler conditions, and that front continues to move towards the southeast, seeing those temperatures drop off even farther, even temperatures as low as -10 degrees in Minneapolis. But thankfully, that will not get that cold here. Memphis at 18, pushing through and putting Tallahassee at 43 for tonight. And as for tomorrow, again, Minneapolis, 1 degree, Chicago, 18, and Washington, D.C., 42. That cold front will continue to move through, much colder temperatures across the entire nation. So definitely some cool conditions coming through. This is a bit of a stronger cold front. But for now, we're going to hand things back over to Jason. Take a look at what's in store for Tallahassee. It's not going to get as cold here. Is that right?
Yeah, it's not going to get as cold as you see everywhere across the nation, but it's right now, it's going to be 59 and beautiful sunset with sunny. So if you want to do stargazing, perfect night to do that. 7-mile-an-hour winds. And looking at the temperature almanac, the high today was 67, so it was much warmer than what we've been seeing all week, basically. And then low 28, which is very cold. No one likes that. And the average was 64, so we're a little above average. The low for the average is 40, so we are way below average, but nothing close to the record. Looking at the Tallahassee radar, there is just clear skies, so you're not going to be much activity on the radar, but we are going to see that activity coming up into the tomorrow and Friday. Now, looking at the regional radar, you still see Florida basically clear, which is perfect, but now you can see that lingering cold front coming through. Now, future radar, it's going to be very nice, and then you see the cold front. That's going to be coming through Thursday evening for us. And hopefully you guys are going to be a lot more safe with this one. Hopefully you're not going to be driving to another state for it. Going to be 60 degrees in Tallahassee. Thomasville is going to be 59. St. Mark's is going to be 59. Madison's going to be 63, my bad. And Donaldsonville is going to be 61. Tonight's forecast, it's going to be 45 and 52 for St. Mark's. Thomasville is going to be 43. Very, very nice temperatures. And it's going to be, nice dew points, my bad. And Brainbridge is going to be 50. And tonight in Tallahassee, we 43, mostly clear, south-southeast, with a 3-mile-an-hour wind. And it's going to be a great night, so you guys can hopefully go watch the women's basketball game. St. Mark's, 68. Tallahassee is going to be 71 tomorrow, but with that rain that I was talking about, the dog walk forecast, that's going to be very nice tomorrow. 53, which is a perfect time to walk your dog. Noon is going to be 69, so it's going to be a lot more. You don't want to do it around noon because you're going to start sweating more. And then 3 p.m., that's when the rain's coming, so you do not want to do it then. Looking at the week ahead, rain Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday, it'll be a nice weekend. So now, I'm going to send it on to Melissa for the lifestyle.
Thanks, Jason. Looking ahead, not starting this weekend off too well, but looking at our cameras right now at Panama City, Sportsplex, St. George Island, and even Lake Bradford, seeing really nice, beautiful sunsets right now. Definitely a great night to go out, watch the sunset before you can't do it and it gets too cold. Our FSU weather stem, seeing the same thing. Look at that gorgeous sunset going down over Doak Campbell Stadium, seeing those beautiful colors going through. Great night to go out and enjoy the view. For our airport delays, looking like good conditions if you're planning on flying out today. 59 degrees, so a little bit chilly. You may want to grab your jacket on your way over, but looking at decent travel conditions, nothing to look out for right now. And again, continuing those low chance of delays for much of your destinations, so not worrying about too much, even though we may have a little bit of snowfall and cloud cover in some of these areas. For our dog walk forecast, 45 degrees at 7 a.m., 53 at 9 a.m., and 66 at 11 a.m. So seeing those cooler conditions still. Thankfully, no rain yet, so you'll actually have time to take your dog for a walk. If you want to go for a run with them, tonight was definitely the night to do it before that rain sets in tomorrow. And for our stargazing, good conditions for our stargazing. Pretty sure it's a bit fuller than that right now, as that looked like a pretty full moon last night. But conditions, if you plan on going out to see the stars, great time to go do so. For our basketball at the Tucker Center, it's currently 70 degrees outside and raining for Thursday at 12 p.m. So you may want to grab a jacket and a rain jacket on your way to the game, but thankfully that game is inside and we'll have a great time. Hopefully we can pull off that victory. For our school week planner, seeing that rain continuing to start over the next 2 days, Thursday and Friday, going to be raining, dropping off those weather conditions into the 50s for Friday, and actually going to be cooler than that on Saturday and Sunday. Highs in the 50s and 60s, and again, lows in the 20s. So make sure your heater's working and stay warm, stay dry, grab a jacket and a raincoat. But for now, we're going to turn things over to the desk with Jason and Genevieve.
Absolutely, Melissa. Basically, tonight is the night. Tonight is the night to go out, walk your dog, enjoy your night before the even cooler temperatures settle in. The rain comes in where you'll be needing not only jackets, winter coats possibly, but even an umbrella.
Oh yeah, see, tonight is a perfect night to even stargaze. That's what I'm doing tonight. I'm really excited about that.
That is amazing, Jason.
But tomorrow night will not be a good night to do that. It'll be cloudy, rain, it'll be all wet. So
Absolutely. And wet is another word to describe the rest of the country. They'll be seeing not only heavy rainstorms and showers, but they'll be seeing a lot of winter storm warnings. So possibility for snow, sleet even. Very, very cold temperatures that will be stretching across the south, as I talked about earlier in the show with Austin, Texas. Definitely cold weather to come.
yes, hopefully we don't see those temperatures around in Tallahassee, but
Hopefully, but this weekend we will be going quite low with a low, I believe, of 29 degrees. On Saturday, it will get pretty chilly. But for now, please follow us on Twitter at FSU Weather.
and then like us on Facebook with FSU Weather.
And watch us live on YouTube at FSU Weather. Hopefully you're doing so right now.
And follow us on Instagram at FSU Weather.
We love to see your pictures. We love to chat with you guys. Feel free to comment on all of our pictures, and we will hopefully get back to you. Thank you guys so much for such an amazing show. For now, I'm student meteorologist Genevieve Rejock.
I'm student meteorologist Jason Corver, and I'm going to send it on to Melissa for the 7-day.
Taking one last look at our 7-day for here in Tallahassee for the week. Again, storms coming through tomorrow and Friday, 70% chance of rain before those temperatures drop back down into the 40s and into the 20s at night before clearing up for the beginning of the week. Thanks for joining us here on FSU Weather.